us. But she's from Nicaragua, thought she was Persian love. I'll be turning up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Matulani, and if you're a returning subscriber, hey babes, welcome back. Guys, I don't want to say a lot of y'all but people have been asking me to like post a makeup tutorial. This is definitely not a makeup tutorial. I'm just following Uche's makeup tutorial because you guys know when it comes to makeup, the UK baddies eat. So honestly, if like I can achieve a UK baddies look, and yeah, I'm following her video is right here, so I'll be following each and every step. I don't have the makeup that she uses, so I'll be using my own makeup. Yeah, so because I guess mara one day get a feel. Anyways guys, I have to take out my makeup out of this big bag because every time I travel I put it in here. I get a makeup bag, so I put it in here and it's just very feeling. So let me just put it all out. Okay guys, she starts with her eyebrows. I don't have a brow gel, so I'm going to use my got to be literally just use base, but for my brows I literally just use Refi Brow Sculpt. I use a generous amount of this onto my brow hairs. Also guys, these hairs all the way up. This is going to be a test if I can like do my makeup in 30 minutes, but I'm following like a tutorial, so I don't know. I'm going to my get grandparents day. I get it's grandparents day. I literally thought only grandparents are going, but I don't even know why. Actually, I do know why. I just moved this entire setup into this room when I'm figuring out how I'm gonna set the makeup videos for YouTube in the new space, the new Fenty Beauty. Then she goes in with her primer. I use this Essence primer. Most of my products, you're going to notice that they are from Essence. I'm an Essence babe. Yeah, I use this primer. Once I put the brow sculpt down, that's half of the work for me already done. Next, we're gonna go in with primer. You guys know Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer. So people always have difficulty finding this particular one. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and this is soft matte. So I think they have like a normal one, they have soft matte, and then they have a hydrating one. So make sure you go for the soft matte. So it's the Instant Retouch Primer, and the shade is soft matte. Do you know what I really hate? Doing makeup with my rings on. Or like touching my face when I've got rings on. I don't know, it's like kind of gives me the EBGBs. And the reason I'm using this camera because I think it's the closest to what this will look like in real life. Give you the realism. Loving the way this looks with my House Labs. This is the House Labs Tri-Clone Skin Tech Foundation in the shade 460 Medium Deep Warm. Love this. When it comes to foundation, I love using dense brushes. So you either catch me with one like this, or you know, I have another one like this, but it's Morphe. This one is from Chem Beauty in KO2. Also the Morphe M439. I feel like the name is just 439. I used to use this brush for foundation, but she uses a brush like this. So, yeah. I'm not sure if it's been discontinued because there was a time where I used to just purchase it all the time, just so I'd have like a whole bunch of backups on deck. But I remember going to purchase it and it just wasn't there for whatever reason. So my methodology when it comes to foundation is, so I've got a bit of hair there,
It's just a stippling motion, this beautiful stippling
Guys,
motion.
this brush is not
Where
working.
it is, where it's laid down. So whether you pick it up from your sponge or you apply it to your skin, however you want to apply it, just dab, like small dabbing motions. I'm not a big swiper, I just kind of dab and then I use the rest on my forehead. Don't really use too much product on my forehead at this stage, just because I know I'm going to do a heavy contour, which typically I put a lot on my forehead, and also a light highlight.
I'm going to use the brush that I usually use. Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, but wanna much.
I'm actually going to get the number 8 today. I should have got it while I was in New York and North Carolina. I don't know why I didn't, but this is just delicious. Absolutely gorgeous, it really is.
Guys, is the
Yummy
lighting
skin.
like
I tend to avoid using sponges, like I see other Pat
and then she
McGrath
goes in with concealer.
concealers.
I have this one
They are the
and
Skin Fetish Sublime. Been really loving this.
this one. I
The
have a
first
pro
one I just used then was
concealer.
M19.
LA Girl,
and
I have
with
the Fit Me.
LM16.
I used to think that this one is darker than this one, but it looks like they're the same shade, and she uses a darker one than a lighter one, so I don't know. And
That foundation, just because dense, keeps the product exactly where I need it. Now for concealer, I'm just applying a little bit of this shade.
I don't like using too much concealer because I feel like I look like a ghost. I feel like it makes me, I don't know how to explain it. And she uses a lot, so I don't know how is that going to work.
Be into it, and someone off.
Look.
Just because the one I'm going to use after is a tiny bit too light, I feel like, on its own. So I use a tiny bit of this. These are the Pat McGrath concealers. They are the Skin Fetish Sublime. Been really loving this. The first one I just used then was M19, and I'm about to go in with LM16, which is my preferred color. I do think the first shade I used is a little on the orange side, but as you can see, like I said, that one is just a bit too light to be used on its own. I've been super into this concealer, like really.
So I'm also using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Yeah, it's a bit dark for me. I need to get a new one, a lighter one, but it does the job.
Into it. And someone asked me how long I leave that to vibe. The time it takes me to blend out my contour is how long I leave that to vibe and chill and kind of mellow. So I do my contour there, forehead, and on the other side as well. But I guess it's good for you guys to see like the whole face being done. I like to apply like this and then blend out. Some people like to blend straight from the brush, but I like to put my placements down so I know where everything is. So if I'm not looking at you guys as much, because obviously I'm looking at me, just so I know where everything is going, right? That is my placement for that. NARS looks.
So she doesn't make her own nose, she just puts it on her bridge.
Same up here as well. And these are my placements, this kind of area here along my
yeah,
forehead.
she just does the bridge.
This semicircle vibe, and then connect it down to Laguna Cream Bronzer in Laguna 04. Red handle brushes are all from Smashbox. Again, I'm not sure if these have been discontinued. I've had them for absolutely years. So with the contour, I'm going kind of that stippling motion where you just want to keep it where you placed it. Same up here as well. And these are my placements, this kind of area here along my forehead. This semicircle vibe. and then connect it down to the chin and the jaw. The chin, yeah, the chin, and that's the general kind of placement for this. Where your face naturally shadows. I also get a lot of questions about the difference between bronzing and contour. The best way I can explain it is contouring is adding shadows, so it's essentially bringing structure to your face. That's why some people tend to go for a more cool tone kind of vibe. And then bronzer is adding warmth back into your skin, so that tends to be a bit more warmer, but that just brings the color back in. So after you've added the structure with contour, you bring back some life in essence to your face. I like to put it on the tip of my nose like this, and also this little bit here, which I call like my little wolfy contour, which essentially brings out that middle part of my face. So I don't have like a natural bridge on my nose, so I just focus my contour there to bring out my bridge. Now I feel like with contour, it depends what kind of vibe you like, what you want. Some people want to build a whole kind of structure. Mine is just more to accentuate what I already have. So your placements will be based around that. And I always do my upper lip because I love the way it makes my lip kind of look plumpish. I always say I have big lips, obviously, but using this you can really kind of structure your lips. So that little trick just makes it a little bit more plumpish. And then on my under eye, I'm just blending it out using this Real Techniques 402 brush. I actually prefer the way this applies. This blends product out when it's dirty as opposed to when it's clean. And again, just very stipply. This bit I swipe to create the shape, but generally I will do stippling motions. As I always say, I like my product to be where I put it. Why would I put it down only to like swipe it all around? I just like nice controlled movements. And again with this, you just want to hit the places where the light naturally hits your face. That's how I decide where I want to highlight. Obviously this is a lot of product, but because I put on a certain amount of foundation, everything after that kind of has to follow a similar kind of vibe, if you get what I mean. If I used less foundation, I would use less of everything. But if I did a really heavy foundation, I tend to do, you know, a relatively heavy highlight and contour. And I always do a heavy contour, so.
Guys, then she goes in with a sponge. I can't find my sponge. And I don't want to use a new one because, oh, it's in my bag.
Just for balance. But even still, this is way less than I used to use. I used to use so much product. So in that sense, I'm going to brand myself. My final pass is a sponge just to really pick up any excess and really blend that away. It's getting so dark in here. I feel like I need to put a light on. And sometimes I take a little bit of that onto the eyelid just to continue the brightness. Run that onto the chin, and then I switch over, use the bottom to blend out that forehead so it's not so, you know, highlight contourish. It's more seamless. And then I'll just bounce back between my bronzer. At this point you can also take the brush that you used to apply foundation just to really make sure that there is a nice seamless transition between your under eye concealer and your bronzer contour.
So she said before baking, and that's new to me. That's very new because guys, this concealer creases fast, so you need to bake immediately after like highlighting. But since I'm following a tutorial, I'm gonna trace but to set and follow.
And then we're going to do the first round of setting. Now when it comes to longevity, priming and setting are going to be your key. So at this point I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless and just a couple spritz of this on the face. Now I don't know that this necessarily adds anything to the longevity, but it's something I always do. So I think it's just one of those steps that contributes to your longevity. Will I say it was like the sole thing? Probably not, but it definitely contributes, okay?
So guys, she sets with the pressed powder first before a baking powder. So this is my pressed powder, like I said, an Essence Babe.
I can't remember where
I don't have the
probably
brush
on
that she
TikTok,
has, so
someone
I'll
said
use
to
this
set with
one.
pressed powder first and then follow with the loose powder. So that is what I've been doing recently. And I make this funny face. And I just set underneath there with number 3. I can't remember where I saw it. It was probably on TikTok. Someone said to set with a pressed powder first and then follow with the loose powder. So that is what I've been doing recently. And I haven't been hating it. So I use this in all of the areas that I highlighted. So around my mouth, chin, under eye, really make the stupidest face possible. So you can get into those areas. Now also hit it underneath here. I hit this underneath part a few times. Like so, and like so. And also just on top here.
And then she goes in with the pressed powder essence. She goes in with the pressed powder to set her, oh, so here, to set her concealer.
My loose powder, which is the, I was about to say the Buddha Beauty, but it's not the Buddha Beauty. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in banana bread. Now, I like to use this little triangle sponge. You need to make sure like all the excess is actually off it, because the other day when I did my makeup, yesterday, so I used the shade, as I said, banana bread. This just adds a nice brightness and flawlessness to that under eye. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. These faces are so necessary to get into the crux of where you need to get into. Oh, woo.
Trust the process, guys.
And I also like to take that onto my cheek because I hate when that area is too dewy. I just love matte finishes. Take that onto my chin as well. Do you see what I mean when you don't dust off of it? Cake. And on the forehead.
Then she goes in with a bronzer. I don't have a bronzer, but I have a highlighter from Essence. A highlighter. I prefer putting my highlighter on top of my blush, but she does her bronzer first, so.
NARS powder bronzer, still Laguna, but this time in 06. Yes, sir. And another Sephora brush. I told you, I really love these brushes. This is 93. It's like this angled brush. Really go in there and like get busy with the brush and the product. Tap off any excess. This powder bronzer is really good because it's very buildable. As you can see, it's not too offensive. You really have to build. I mean, that's a good and a bad thing. You really have to build it to the intensity you want. It's good because if you're a beginner, if you're heavy-handed like me, you can really have a lot of control with it. And you can build it up to the intensity that you want it to be. I also like to run it here on like.
Hey, that's good. I'll tell you when I'm going to take it. Kijk, je stabiele cream.
Hey, mama. Yeah.
Kijk, je stabiel.
Oh, grandparent, for real, for real.
Cream.
Come on, Adi.
149, and I'm just going to run that underneath the eye. I'll show you the difference. These little things that you do that connects your face and makes you look incredible, but they're just subtle things. Look at the difference in my eyes. Like that depth that you're getting from the underneath bit. Chef's kiss. Like, yes. If you want to add a liner, you can as well, but it's just a really subtle way to just Be like, hello, my eyes are awake and I am present, ready for class.
Blush time.
Just really get that sweeping motion down. This is the only time I really sweep. And also have the L'Oreal and Morphe collab are awake and I am present, ready for class. Okay, Poppy Pink from Mario on this A22, also L'Oreal and Morphe collab. Smile, hit those apples and run it up to here. It's like a semicircle kind of vibe. Just really get that sweeping motion down. This is the only time I really sweep. You can also pat, but the sweep just allows you to really blend between the different layers. Oh, that is delish. And then anything left over, I run it on my nose and also this top part just to make sure there's synergy between the whole face. Delicious. Oh, like I am truly gagged.
When she does her final contour.
So well. Brush from Sephora, and you literally just want to blend that out, but also blend out, so you still get the, you get that the way the light hits, and you've still got the cut from the bronzer, but it's also blended in very nicely. Do my double set. So take first this, not too much of this actually, because we just did. This is the money maker, the shit shaker, the thing that gets things moving. It's only a new addition that I've been using, but it's reminded me of how much I used to love aerosol sprays, because aerosol sprays, who also had an aerosol spray? Not Morphe, theirs was more liquidy. Move anything on your face. I'm getting out of breath with all the excitement, but it reminds me of that. We'll come back to lips, don't worry. There's something about having your lip line already done. I need to put lashes on as well.
Tell you it.
Put my lashes in here.
You need.
Put my little baby ones. Let's do these brows. I've been using these Red Beauty.
I am so lost. I can see the guy.
Deep brown. I start with deep brown this, and let me show you the magic, right? So what I like to do is I like to just fill in a little bit on the bottom, just with a little line, and then I rotate the pencil and just do these kind of hairlight strokes, just really little ones, nothing crazy, just using the side of it to really create those little strokes. Now add a little bit onto the end corner and then just fill it in. Okay, that's what that's looking like. And then to take it to the next level, which also helps because my hair is, this hair is dyed black, I take the soft black and I essentially do the same thing. These little
These are my eyebrows. I don't know.
Just gonna use a selection of mascaras.
Yeah, she's so fun. I'm still doing her eyebrows, girl. Lashes. I use Essence. Yeah.
Just gonna use a selection of mascaras. I actually reckon if I use lash serum and got a lash lift, my lashes would actually be okay. They're just very straight. Judging by how like decent my bottom lashes are, I think my top lashes have potential. They're just shy girls. Because look,
my mom, she does her lips.
Product.
Capra.
So good. I learned a little.
It's not really gonna show because my lips are really
never,
dark.
ever remove. And then my latest obsession, if you follow me on TikTok, has been this Shine Loud lip product. Ah, not bad. Pat McGrath Ground Control. I've been obsessed with this. I found this when I was moving out of my old place. Completely forgot I even ever had it. But I guess it's just one of those things that's just sitting in a box, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. Using my vinyl lip color from Maybelline. Love this and Captivated. Excellent product. So good.
I use concealer because I don't have the lipstick that she has, but it does the job, trust me. It does the job. Guys, my man is leaving me. Gloss. Then she gets in with her gloss. Guys, I'm in a hurry. Actually, part of the car is already on. I don't like this. I don't like it. That's why I never do it. Let's not get to the Nikki, guys. Gloss, guys, this gloss, the quick face gloss, is the heel I'm willing to die on. This gloss is the heel I'm willing to die on. Yeah, guys, that's it. You see why I do everything before setting my face or before doing like the foundation, because it starts creasing. Like, I've been smiling a lot, looking up and whatever, so it starts creasing. But you can always blend it out. I'm coming. Woo. Guys, I'm done. This is Uche's. I don't know how I did. I feel like it looks like my everyday makeup look. Let me dress up and then show y'all. I think I'll do my hair, go my sister's place, because I am late. She also does beauty spots, but some of us have them, so we don't have to do them. Anyways, I'll show you all the final look. I'm in a hurry. So guys, this is the final look. How is it? I think it's the same as my everyday look, but I can't. You tell me. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.